Welcome
Good evening,
to
little dogs. Cheers.
welcome to another episode of Fire and Wine, where two cosplay queens chat about our favorite Westeros world. So let's get into this episode. Okay, first of all, if you've not seen the episode, don't watch because there are spoilers that we're going to talk about. We're only going to talk about spoilers from the episode, not the books, but if you haven't seen the episode, just go watch the episode instead of this and then watch this.
Right.
So we had a big reveal at the end, which you knew and I had suspicions but didn't know. And I
kept
did
my mouth
not.
shut for 4 of these, and I'm very proud.
You did so good.
Every time I'm just like, I don't know anything.
Like, when you can't say something, just drink more.
That's my tell. That's my tell. I don't have a poker face. I just drink.
I didn't think it was going to be revealed so soon. Like, I didn't know before I saw, like, the nasty spoilers on Facebook, and it was just, like, a single meme, like, with a picture of Egg next to Maester Aemon from Game of Thrones, and the quote, Egg, and I was like, oh, and that, like, ruined it for me.
Yeah.
But I did think, I was curious because, like, had tried to, like, run away anytime any Targaryens came. The fact that he's even at the tourney that he knows his family's going to be at and went to it eagerly and willingly, I guess he kind of knew it. It's like a kid running away from home, like Jasmine running away from home in Aladdin. And she knows that it's not going to last forever, but she just wants to be a street rat for a little bit.
He was a little nervous. Like, are we going to go into the castle? Are we going to be near the castle? Like, he definitely had some, like, trepidation about going near the castle and being in the castle and not wanting to be so close.
Because that's where the guys would be, yeah. Like, as soon as the banners came and he's like, like, Dunk was like, why don't you just, if you don't want to walk around with me and talking to these lords, why don't you just go back to the camp? And he goes, I don't want to go back to the camp. And then a minute later, when he sees the Targaryen banners, he's like, oh, maybe I should go back to the camp. A
big reveal. Love the way they did it. Straight out of the book. Oh, so good. I was nervous about them breaking Tonsil's finger. I was like, oh.
Is that how it happened in the book? Everything was like the way in the book. I love it. I love it. Everything that's perfect is from the books.
Oh, so bad. So bad. Please.
I know. And you can't, a puppeteer, that's like breaking the wrist of a guitar player. Like,
right. But she killed the dragon. And that's the whole thing. Like, she killed the dragon, which is like tyranny, right? Targaryens are still ruling.
Foreshadowing.
Traitor. That's why I called her a traitor. Well, you can't do that, so we're gonna break all your things.
Isn't it just a fairy tale? Like, it's just a fairy tale.
Yeah, but I thought it was crazy. Remember? Oh, cuckoo. Sorry, no offense.
I know. Listen, girl, I'm relating more every day.
not that the Lannisters are any better, but please go on.
Okay, so we're gonna just kind of go through the episode from start to finish. We open and they're right. Is that right where we left them? No. Yeah, right where we left them at camp. Which is what's another thing that's interesting about this show. It's not like, new episode, it's been weeks.
Or years.
Like a lot of time jump. Yeah, the time jumps. This is like, okay, starting from literally where we went off. Last time you saw us, we were going to bed. Now we're waking up.
Yep.
And Egg is pretty restless.
And he's training the horses. I loved that whole scene of him, like the horse talking to him and nodding and agreeing, and then him just like yelling at the horse, and then the horse finally figuring it out, and him, here's your lands here, like really training himself, right, as the squire also, and training the horse. And I thought it was just so well done, not taken directly from the book, something that they're kind of like fleshing out, but just chef's kiss. It was so good. And I am obsessed with this child.
I've trained a lot for this. I can do this.
Like, I love him.
Everybody is.
I'm waiting for Comic-Con. I'm like, okay, which con is he going to be at? Because I'm going to get him to sign my book that George signed.
Yeah, everybody's obsessed with him.
I'm Dexter. I play Egg, and this is my fit check.
The podcast that was interviewing him, and I'm pretty sure that they cast him first. Like, they cast him first and then found a dunk that matched the Egg. So like the egg is like the core.
Yeah.
And gosh, she's so good. These
So
casting directors, man. I mean, the way, same with, it's like, just like with Arya and Lyanna Mormont. I mean, they just find these little kids, and it's like, maybe like they're good in these few auditions, but like, who knows what they're going to be like 6 months from now? They're kids, they're got puberty and shit.
Yeah.
But damn.
And I heard that they're planning on like keeping, like they want to make enough where like we grow with Dexter. Like we grow with him. He grows in front of us, which is hard because that's also what Stranger Things did. And we saw how that went. They were
Well, I think the fact that
in high
they're
school. It's hard.
30-minute episodes and they're short seasons means that the production's going to be shorter.
I think we're getting one a year. I think
Yeah.
they're trying to do like one a year. So there's also like little behind the scenes things after the show, which are good to watch. And they even said that they're filming in some of like the same locations as Game of Thrones, just to really make sure that you're getting, because Belfast was where some of Game of Thrones was filmed, just to give you that like familiar feeling that it's the same,
Well, definitely the same window that Tommen throws himself out of. The next House of the Dragons, the kids like masturbating in the window. So like, they definitely do the same sets, which I love.
Little Easter egg, super good, super good.
Okay, so they wake up. He's restless. It was before sunrise that he woke up because it was dark, and he goes back and Dunk tries to reprimand him.
Right,
but this is what I kind of noticed. I feel like Dunk was trying to be like, bad cop, mean cop, reprimand him in the way that his sir spoke to him.
Right.
But then like 20 seconds later, he's like, no, that's not the way. Right. And then he's like, why don't you come over here and I'll teach you something? So it's a softer way of training and having like an apprentice, because all of the skills that Dunk has, he doesn't have to, but he's passing on to Egg, because if he wants Egg to be a good squire, how is he going to learn? Did you notice that when he was sewing and when he was teaching him how to sew, he's like, and that's how you do a whip stitch? I was because as cosplayers like us, when we make our costumes and stuff, and like for me, I like taught myself and like learned and like still don't really know much. You might expect a man to do a kind of messy job of it, but like just gets the job done. He's like, oh, that's how you do an even whip stitch. And like, I loved it.
I will say I also sew like a man. When I was doing my last New York Comic Con costume, when I was doing Sherry, there was so much stuff to like sew, and I'm just like, like in and out, and in and out, and in and out. And I was so crunched for time, especially like sewing in the airport, literally sewing on the airplane, sewing in the hotel room that morning. I'm like, I don't even know if this is a real stitch, but if I go back and forth and out, and in and out, and in and out, in and out, in and out, it'll get the job done.
Yeah, it does not look pretty from the inside.
No, but you can't see from the outside. As long as you have the right color thread. Absolutely. The only thing that fell apart was my sleeves did start to come off. I do for MegaCon, because I'm going to bring it to MegaCon in Orlando. I do want to reattach the sleeve to the inside with a machine, because I have a machine.
Do it now. I know. That's what I tried to tell myself. Like, I need to work on my dangle bunny for Dragon Con like now, because I don't want to be doing it the night before again, because that's how I missed my flight. So I think the first and second episode, we had the shock factor like right from the beginning. The shitting in the tree and the big lance.
The horse shit too, and I forgot that I noticed that while Egg is trying to like get the horse to like train, and then the horse is just taking a shit. I'm like, everybody's shitting in this episode, in this show. Everyone just gets like a shitting moment.
Shitting and spitting. For me, what I think was the WTF moment was, is it strange that I have black hairs growing out my stones?
Sir? Is it odd that I have black hair growing out of my stones?
It's odd that you're telling me.
It was such a quick moment. It was such a little moment. I'm not going to get into like my thoughts about why a blonde-haired person has black hairs, but I think that was like a wait. Did he just say what I think he said moment? So I thought that was funny. And that Dunk was vomiting.
Oh, because he
was nervous,
right? Because he thought that like he was going to be in the first round of the tournament. So he was
what's the
nervous.
deal?
He thought he was going first. So, and he wasn't, because in this type of tournament, the challenger has to challenge like who they want. So there's, I think it's 5 princes or 5 people who are defending the maiden's honor, who we've seen her a couple times. And they're defending her honor. They have her favor. So they're going and challenging who they want to fight. And then if they lose, the next person takes their place and then goes on and challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's not
So far.
It's not like the Super Bowl where it's like, these are the teams and you win and then you go and then you win and then you go. It's winner challenges someone. And don't.
Well, I just wish that I kind of would have liked it if they established that. Like said, like, okay, welcome to the games. As everybody knows, we're doing this style of tournament because, like, apparently, like, there are different types of tournaments and there are different rules and they're not really set rules. Like every game isn't the same. It's not like a league where, like, there's, like, official rules. But rather,
I think the house just decides, right? House rules, like you're playing beer pong. House rules.
Yeah.
My tourney, this is how we're going to do it. But
So,
I think that
still,
added
like,
Dunk's character because he didn't know that. He just assumed that he was going the first day. And then I love how Egg was like, but you're nobody. Like, why would you go first?
Are you a knight of renowned or a noble house?
You're not.
But I would have appreciated if the show. Okay, so then they get to see the first tilt of the day, and you're going to appreciate this, and you'll understand what I'm saying when I say this. So they get to the first tilt of the day, and they just show up and can be on the rail. I don't think so. That's not how it works.
That's not how that works.
Like, you have to show up tallest
to be on the rail. At least, if you show up at 10, depending on the show, bare minimum,
you got to earn it. You got to earn it. And the tallest person in the room being in the front, I mean, unless it's our friend from 311, what's his name? Todd
from Boston. We love you, Todd. They should have been waiting at 10 a.m. or 5 a.m. to get their spot on the rail. You're sleeping in at 10 anyway. You might as well just go.
Dunk and Egg don't have a tent.
Yeah, you're right. They're sleeping under the stars.
But they were making their sandwiches and having a good old time.
Did you really ride all the way here in the back of some farmer's wagon?
I don't want to talk about it.
Then they go and chit-chat about what they're going to do in their future lives, which was adorable.
Does that mean I can stay in as your squire after the tournament?
Why only the second?
Can I keep being your squire? Oh, so cute.
Why only the second prettiest daughter?
Oh my God, so cute. I love everything.
Because you're marrying the first.
The child is on the screen. I'm just like.
So the guy, the master of the games, who we met in the first episode, the guy, which shout out to the editing team for that transition, because he hawked a loogie when he came to ask me to talk, and then spit it in the next shot. The master of the games' name is Plumber, and he wants Dunk's help to fix a match. Why does he need to ask? So, like, if Dunk's going to be up against this guy anyway, and he is going to do his best to win, then, and if they know that Lord Ashford's youngest son, Sir Andrew, is going to throw the match, then why do they even need to bring Dunk in on it?
Well, because like we said before, since we're challenging each other, and it's not just kind of like a
bracket.
Thank you. It has to make sense, right? So if Dunk is challenging.
Oh, okay. So if Dunk challenges Sir Andrew, then it almost looks like he's like a third party. Like how could they have?
Right. Like, I'm going to challenge you. But like, if Dunk wasn't in on it, he might not be challenging him. Someone else might challenge him, right? So the person who's challenging him has to be in on it.
Coming forward, when he talks to Fossaway's like, because he's like, who are you going to challenge? And he's like, kind of like throwing the idea out there, seeing like how it tracks, like almost like kind of considering it himself. It's like, I suppose Sir Andrew and I are equally matched. And Fossaway says, a local favorite, you mean to play the villain? So I think what this means is that, like, since he's the son of the Lord, Like, you're gonna root for your home team, right?
Right.
And he had already that day unhorsed someone, I think.
Right.
Like in the first tilt. Andrew had already been doing good that day because he flashed back to like when they thought he's like, what do you know about Sir Andrew? And like they flash back to like literally the tilt that they just watched. He's like, he's deft with a lance, pretty sure. He's like kind of favored to win already. So they'll make more money on the odds.
Right.
If Sir Andrew loses.
Gotta play the odds. Yeah.
Yeah. Because nobody knows who Dunk is. Right. So he's like 100 to 1 to win.
Right. There's no way this guy's gonna win. And if he does, it's an upset.
Yeah, but whoever bet on him is gonna make back the money they spent. Because that was the whole thing, that he spent too much money on the tourney.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about tourneys in general. So like from what I understand, like they're not happening like annually. Like right now there's the Australian Cup happening, right? And it happens every year around the same time, and there's 4 different cups that happen annually in the same place. It doesn't seem like that's what it is. It's like when somebody has a birthday or a sweet 16 or a wedding, or like they do it to celebrate something, but it's also just like an excuse.
Excuse the party. Hand of the King. Think Ned Stark. They had a tournament for him. He didn't want it because the crown had no money. Hand of the King. And Joffrey's birthday. Like pretty much. It didn't rain today. Let's throw a tourney. I mean, but really
it's funny that you say about
a birthday, a wedding.
What you're saying about Baratheon, it's like he bankrupted himself.
Yeah. Because he was a partier. He was a partier. Look at his ancestor. The favorite of the season. The trait of the season.
This guy. The new Game of Thrones daddy. We're talking about Baratheon, of course.
We get to see him again. I love it.
It's shirtless. I love that. But just with the attorneys, that's what was going on with this guy. He spent too much money, because not only is it a time to show off your wealth and influence, but also like if political people show up, I mean, that's like, you get to look really cool if political people show up, the ruling class, the Targaryens, obviously. And then they also get to look good, because it's like, oh, hey, I'm coming down from my castle to mingle with the small folk. Don't you all love me? It's like it makes me think of on the campaign trail, all the presidential candidates all go to some sort of like hog roast in some state. I don't know exactly what it is. They talked about it in Veep. It was an episode on Veep where they have to like go and like, they all get pictures of themselves like stuffing corn dogs in their mouth. But that's like part of like the campaign, that campaign trail. That's like, you gotta like, go and like mingle with the small folk or whatever.
We talk about, I don't know if this is in your notes, but the armor, is that in your notes? Can we talk about the armor?
No, tell me about the armor.
I mean, the armor, Arion, I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Arion, the blonde Targaryen in the show. I don't know if he's the only blonde with the
jawline. That's what, by the way, one of the code words for this is jawline when we're trying to distinguish the different Aryan Bright Flame Targaryen, aka jawline.
His armor was like his whole face, he had like slits like this big.
But it was like a dragon, kind of like Daemon's.
Yeah. So I feel like the armor in this show is even more like intricate and elaborate than the other shows. Like that is crazy armor. You have two little slits on your eyes. His whole head was a dragon in the back. Like it was so cool to look at.
His horse too. His horse had like some armor shit going on stuff.
Another little clue that they gave us was Egg, again right out of the book, being like, kill him. Meaning,
like what did he do to him?
He wanted his brother out.
That's like pretty serious.
Yeah.
To want your brother. Yeah. The next tilt. They went to the next tilt, which was Arion versus Humphrey.
Yes.
Something Humphrey. So okay, now I get it. Arion challenged that guy. So he like nodded at the king, and then like he went and like said something sassy to his cousin.
Come on, little knight. It's time you face the dragon.
it's time for you to come face the dragon. So that was him challenging this Humphrey guy, which, I mean, we all know that he planned that.
Yes. Oh, even Dunk was like, it's too low. It's too low.
And these are like trained athletes.
I also closed my eyes. I knew that was coming. I was like, nope. I didn't look. I don't know how much of that they showed because I just closed my eyes.
There was like one shot of like piercing, hitting horse body, and then the rest of it was just wide shots.
Yeah, I saw the wide shots, but the moment I closed my eyes.
I was thinking it's kind of like in a soccer game when like somebody like intentionally fouls somebody so that like they like twist their ankle and they can't play for the rest of the game because like they're actually like they are like a somebody who you could potentially lose to. So instead of being honorable and like, you know, fighting with honor and seeing the best man wins, instead he's playing dirty.
Yeah. It reminded me of, I think the first tourney that we see in Game of Thrones is when the Mountain went up against Tyrell,
the Prince of Flowers.
Is that who it was? Who the horse was in heat?
Yeah.
The horse was in heat, and he knew it, and he killed that. He
intentionally picked a horse that was in heat so that the Mountains. Yeah.
Yep.
And even before that, the Mountain was up against the guy that had just been a squire for the guy from
Lord Aaron.
And
they killed him because
they didn't want him to talk.
Yep.
But like, so that's like fixing the game. It's dirty. There's a lot of dirtiness going on here. So
but we did like Tyrell, so it was fine that he did it because he wasn't, you know.
I mean, that was kind of playing dirty, but
it was the Mountain, so it was fine.
And again, also not in a way
that wasn't cool.
But just like not, that's like in a way that like that's like I don't know, turning off the air conditioning in somebody's room so that like in somebody's locker room so that like they're just like so that you have an advantage versus like actually like doing something to like injure them or kill them. Like this guy, the Howard guy, he's never going to be able to walk again. Like if you are ever watching a show and somebody is on a horse that gets knocked over and walks away from that, that's BS. A horse is like 5,000 pounds or some shit like that. Yeah. Okay, that might be like a bit of an exaggeration, but at least 500. And that's going to crush your leg. That guy's never going to walk again. This guy gets not just unhorsed, but his entire horse was like on the ground. And you go to Aerion, and he's got no remorse. He's not even pretending like, oh, I'm so sorry I hurt you. He's like, ha, 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 ha. And the people would just raged out. It's like as if, again, I'm making like sports references, but it's as if you're at like a soccer stadium and the people get so angry that they mob the players or something like that. Like that's what this would be equal to, except the player is the friggin' president or like the president's son or nephew in this case. But either way, he's the blood of the dragon, and they were basically starting a riot. So because of that, Aerion was not really having a good day. I mean, he caused it to happen, but I think that riot happening kind of ended the tourney for the day. Right. And here's the other thing. His uncle is there, and they're trying to make like a good display of like diplomacy and stuff. And like, you know, it'd be like, I don't know, it'd be like a politician being out on the campaign trail and then like their husband gets drunk and like, I don't know, starts a bar fight. Like that's what that would be like. Right. And so it's embarrassing for Baelor. I think even the way that Baelor looked at him when he like greeted him at the beginning of the tilt, he like nodded at him and he's like, yeah, get on with it. Like, I think he kind of knows that the guy isn't very respectful and doesn't like have honor and composure that he should if he's representing the crown, which just because of his lineage, he is representing the crown. And later on, when we talk to Fossaway says something along the lines of, he only behaves when his dad's around.
And I feel like every Targaryen family that we've met has that character, that child, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Daenerys' brother was kind of that way, right? I feel like we have
like the
Aegon
entitled
in House of the Dragon. Aegon's
that's the oldest, right? Because Aemon's the second one, and he's
the one who just keeps like going
entitled.
and going to the whorehouses and has.
Yeah, he's got he's got his bros that he like brought into the King's Guard, like
situation. Yeah, I think it's like a thing. I feel like.
Side note: I was rewatching House of the Dragon, and after something and cheese, rats and cheese,
egg and cheese. No, not egg and cheese. Jeremy's got it. Bacon, egg and cheese. Jeremy, we were talking about egg and cheese or whatever it was called.
No, the first episode. Okay, now I have to look it up.
Kidding. You're talking about the really bad episode from last season of House of the Dragon that they screwed up completely.
Did they?
Justice for Maelor, if you're a book reader, Justice for Maelor, because that mess up is going to screw up the rest of the show.
Are you talking about House of the Dragon?
Yes. Where they kill the kid.
Forget. We'll come. Yeah. Okay. So that's the point. And then the next episode starts with Aegon being like, "I am the king. I am the king," and it's like, yeah, if you're gonna be a little brat like that, you're not gonna be king for long, bro.
I am the king.
That's a brat.
Aerion knows that he's like 8th in line for the crown, but he still talks to Valar, who is the person who he nods at the first tent, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not going to embarrass you today, cousin." I didn't like he was like talking to him so disrespectful, and that guy's in line for the throne before him, so I would think that there'd be like a little bit more decorum there, but that's kind of reminiscent of at the end of House Dragons season 1 when they had that big long dinner table the night that the king dies, and they're all like cheersing to each other. "Oh, you're so strong. You're so strong."
The strong
like,
boys.
To these 3 strong boys.
I dare you to say that again.
Why? It was only a compliment.
They're like digging into each other and like
Aemon being Aemon.
Like, dude, you're talking to somebody who's like in line before you. Lower your voice when you talk to me.
Can I say something?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's blood and cheese.
Thank
blood
you.
and cheese. Thanks. Sorry, it was gonna piss me off if I didn't know.
No, that's good. I like that you have somebody in the corner doing our research for us.
It's my laptop over there.
Okay, so we're almost at the end here. The scene with Raymond Fossaway. He invites Dunk. This is right after the riot, and Raymond invites Dunk to his tent, which I just kind of like plot hole. Why did he in the first episode take him to the Baratheon tent, but then now he has a tent where he has his own cider? I guess because that's where the party was that night.
Yeah.
But Raymond,
if we were at a show and like main character had a party, would you be like, let's go to my tent? And you'd be like, let's go to the.
Hell yeah! You're like, am I allowed there?
Would you go to your tent or would you go to Baratheon's tent? Let's be real.
I would go to my tent to fix my makeup because my makeup does not last all day like yours. Probably do my 4th costume change of the day and then go to the Baratheon tent. I heard Aerion were in a spit and rage at Lord Ashford for giving away his horse. So to that, I took to mean that in like recompense for killing Humphrey Harding's horse.
Yes, they took his horse and they were like, "That's in the book. You killed his horse. We're giving him your horse. You fucked up. But you're the prince, so like, slap on the wrist. You lose your horse."
So even though he's blood of the dragon, they're like, you can put him in timeout when necessary.
Yeah.
Which is good to know for later. And he said all that stuff about them being aliens and incestuous. I mean, like that is straight blasphemy. That's traitor talk.
Incestuous aliens, Duncan.
They brought us into all their wars, which is true. They brought them in, like the the Seven Kingdoms didn't ask for it to be conquered, and then since they were conquered, there's 2 civil wars, and that's like, it's like being brought upon them, and they never wanted that all that.
Right.
And he's like, they've enslaved our people. Like he's talking like a true revolutionary over there. In his cups. Oh, and another thing that he had said was Humphrey looked like he was going to carry the day. So it's almost as if Arion chose to unseat him because like he didn't want an opponent that was stronger than him.
No, Arion's clearly a kind of a little bitch.
Real brat energy. Real brat energy.
Brat summer.
Okay, so then we get to Egg comes in and is like, I need your help.
Sit down, kid. You have to come. Arion's hurting her.
Hurting who?
They're hurting her. And we're talking about
Tonsil. Tonsil the puppet show. Yeah. You can't kill a dragon in a puppet show while the Targaryens are present.
So, like, dragons aren't around anymore. So these guys are, like, probably a little bit that's like a sensitive subject for them.
Very much so.
So this girl kind of showing a display of a dragon being slain is like...
Traitor. You're a traitor.
Showing that dragons can be slain is like something that nobody even... Like, they don't even want that thought in people's heads.
Right.
I mean, that was crazy. And he had, like, his King's Guard. It wasn't the King's Guard that was helping him, because I didn't see any white cloaks. So it must have been, like, the castle guard or, like, his personal security. But they were all roughing everything up. They were burning her puppets outside. If there were any white cloaks there, I feel like they would have to listen to the king, but they also would have to... They have to comport themselves with honor. They have to... pay attention to what's right and wrong.
But there's still a penalty for that. Jaime did the right thing by killing the Mad King, but because he was a white cloak, faced a lot of shit for it.
Yeah.
Right? He did the right thing, but it's not looked at that way. If you're a white cloak, you're going to do for the king.
Yeah, like even when Tyrion came in and stopped them from beating Sansa and covered her up, he's like, I didn't say you could do that. You're going against what I said to do. And he's like, yeah, but it's the right thing. And that moment literally came up later on in a trial. So they're like using you're using your good actions against you, which is exactly what we're gonna have to deal with Dunk in the next episode. So they burn her shit. She's a traitor. A dragon ought never lose. I don't know why he called her a whore. Like, geez, guys, why do we gotta bring that word into it? She's clearly an artist.
Stop shaming.
Yeah, right. Like,
there are whores there. Like,
I didn't even fuck your boyfriend yet.
Jeez, stop.
And it takes 4 men to hold him down, and then Egg enters. I mean, that was the other thing. That was like one of the most like heavy moments of the episode.
I cut it off, brother. I didn't want to look like you.
He says, what did you do to your hair? And he goes, I shaved it because I didn't want to look like you.
Sassy.
Burn.
Yeah.
Burn. I mean,
which tells you, right, that he has white hair. And that's why he had to shave it.
Yeah. Target. I mean, that, I think we all kind of...
fucking forgot what I was going to say.
I know, me too.
For those of you who have not been to Comic-Con with me or her, this is kind of like how it goes. It's just kind of a fucking disaster.
Can somebody remind us what we were talking about? Come on now, help us out here.
Somebody in the chat tell us what we're talking about. Good thing.
I remember now. We're talking about the hair.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, why are we still 3 shows later not getting purple-eyed Targaryens? We have a purple-eyed person on The Witcher, and it looked good. Her eyes looked good.
They didn't go with it in the first season. They can't just introduce it like that now.
I wish they would. I'm mad that they won't.
right at the end, the last moment, they edit is beautiful because like they go to see Dunk's reaction, and then they go to see the girl's reaction, and then they go to see Fossaway's reaction. And it's like, but.
It was so good. It was so good. But you have to know that like there's going to be consequences.
So this has been another episode of Fire and Wine, a chat with two cosplay queens. We've enjoyed being here with you guys so much, and always like hanging out with each other. And I have to go to bed.
Yeah, what time is it on the East Coast? Tell me, because I don't remember.
It's almost midnight. It's almost midnight.
Late.
And I need my 10 hours of beauty sleep every night.
It's only 9 here, so I'm fine. But my dragons are going crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On that note, I gotta go.
Okay.
I love you. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. We love you. Bye. Follow, like,
subscribe, do all the things.
Share all the things. Bye.